Welcome to a reading of The Seventh Element. This is Discord,
Final.
Star Scratch.
Johnny.
Battle damage.
and we're starting with Chapter 1, The Performer.
Dang it.
Dan said as he walked down the hallway of his school after looking at the cast list for the next school musical.
Screwed over again.
Dan was a high school senior, about 6'2", long shaggy brown hair, and piercing gold eyes. They used to be green, but as he grew older, they turned slightly yellowish, and finally golden when he hit 17. Dan was a performer. Ever since he was a little kid, everyone said that kid was always putting on a show. He had played with the villain in the last show he did, and everyone agreed that his singing, sword fighting, and acting were the best they've ever seen from
Say
him.
that again?
The best they've ever seen from
No,
him.
I mean the entire thing.
Yeah, we're good.
Just from Dan was a performer.
Dan was a performer.
No. Give it a second or two.
Dan was a performer. Ever since he was a little kid, everybody said that kid was always putting on a show. He had played the villain in the last show he did. Everyone agreed that his singing, sword fighting, and acting were the best they've ever seen from him. He participated in choir and all aspects of performing arts, except for band, and was very good at it. What he didn't understand was that he never got what he wanted, What he didn't understand was that he never got what he wanted or went for because other kids who were more popular, looked better, and had a family history of being involved with shows and choirs got them first. Dan was the first to come there and do theater and choir, and was surprised he even managed to land the villain part at all. After auditioning for the last musical he would do in high school and not even getting a part just tore him up inside. Dan didn't stop or talk to anyone on the way out, not even his, somewhat, girlfriend Lauren. He went straight to his car and drove home, just pissed at the world.
Stupid politics.
He muttered as he hanged a left into his neighborhood.
Wherever I go, more politics.
He pulled into his driveway and got out, slammed the door. He stepped inside his house, praying to God that his family wasn't here to take the brunt of his bad attitude. Dan had that effect on others. When he was happy, everyone was happy. And vice versa.
Good. No one's home.
He said to himself.
Now I can relax, give my mind to things, and practice my songs. Then when my family gets back, they will have nothing to be worried about.
Dan was very fluent on the piano, and not a lot of people had known he'd been taking lessons since he was 6, an 11-year veteran. He could sing and play at the same time, and a very excellent sight reader. After grabbing a Gatorade from the mini fridge in the basement kitchen, he went to the music room and sat down at his late grandmother's ancient player piano.
Too bad you don't play yourself anymore, eh?
Dan said, rubbing some recent dust that had fallen from it off the top of the instrument.
Oh, that's what we're doing? Yeah, because you messed up.
I know.
Okay. Too bad you don't play yourself anymore, eh?
Dan said, rubbing some recent dust that had fallen from it off the top of the instrument. Sitting down, he began to play one of his favorite songs he learned a couple of years back. The softly played Kingdom Hearts title theme that plays when you load the game up. Its name escaped him, but he slowly relaxed and surrounded himself in the shroud of the slow, beautiful tune of a game he loved in his early childhood. He began to hum along to the tune, and feeling a little happier, decided to play a song that he had learned from his mother, 100 Years, by Five for Fighting. It was one of his favorite songs. After plunking the intro out, he began to sing along with the high, clear upper bass.
I'm 15 for a moment, caught in between 10 and 20, and I'm just dreaming, counting the ways to where you are.
He paused and gave the last note that phrase a riff effect by hitting the cutoff pedal on the piano. Then he continued.
I'm 22 for a moment. She feels better than ever, and we're on fire, making our way back from Mars.
At this phrase, Dan stopped and looked down. He shook his head and sighed and leaned forward on the piano.
I want to bring music to people, but I can't do that here. Being a guy that doesn't even sing and stand in the background in the musical.
His temper welled up inside of him, and he slammed his fist onto the piano keys. The ancient piano responded with a horrible combination of notes.
Oh shit, my bad!
At this phrase, Dan stopped and looked down. He shook his head and sighed and leaned forward on the piano.
I want to bring music to people, but I can't do that here. Being a guy that doesn't even sing and stand in the background in the musical.
His temper welled up inside of him, and he slammed his fist onto the piano keys. The ancient piano responded with a horrible combination of notes.
What was my teacher thinking?
He turned and stood up from the piano and started pacing around the room, wiping away a lone tear that appeared on his face.
It's just not fair.
Life isn't fair, young man.
A mysterious female voice reverberated
Pretend
from
it's
within
female.
the room.
Pretend it's
Screwed
female.
it up already. Restart it.
You
Alright.
gotta do a better voice! Life isn't fair, young man. A mysterious female voice reverberated from within the room. Dan freaked out and whirled around frantically, searching for who said that.
Who was that? What are you doing in my house?
My name is Princess Celestia, and I'm from a different world.
You're an alien?
Of sorts, yes. We reside on a different plane of existence, while we still resemble one of your Earth creatures. Horses, I believe you call them. Then it made sense. Princess Celestia. Horses.
That was my line, stupid!
Fuck you! Then it made sense.
Princess Celestia? Horses?
Dan slapped himself.
I'm hallucinating. This is just a bad dream. Sleep in class. Oh, fuck! Thank you!
Stop shooting! Then it made sense.
Princess Celestia? Horses?
Dan slapped himself.
I'm hallucinating. This is just a bad dream. I'm asleep in class. Or clouded by anger or something.
The voice chuckled. This is all perfectly real, Dan.
That's exactly what a hallucination would say.
Dan muttered. The voice laughed out loud this time. See? We need somebody like you in Equestria. Specifically, Ponyville. Dan?
Shit, my bad.
What? Dan barked.
How could anyone need me right now? I'm not good for anything except...
God damn it!
God damn it, Tyler.
You put
What?
it in the right one.
Oh, son of...
What? Dan barked.
How could anyone need me right now? I'm not good for anything except...
Music. The voice interrupted. Acting. Making jokes. Combat with a sword.
Oh, come on. Fencing can hardly be called swordplay.
Dan said.
You ponies have a lot of that. I would bet money on that. Why wouldn't you have any of that stuff?
Oh, we do. Just not enough, Celestia responded. Pinkie Pie's singing gets awfully repetitive after a while, though. Not that it isn't nice. And not that DJ Pony doesn't do a good job.
My
at
base
it.
cannon!
Oh, shut the fuck up!
But
Hey, look
noteworthy.
at me for once!
Will you all shut up? I'm trying to talk to Dan!
Do it. Oh,
Oh,
we do.
we do. Just not enough, Celestia responded. Pinkie Pie's singing gets awfully repetitive after a while, though. Not that it isn't nice. And not that DJ Pony doesn't do a good job at parties. But noteworthy and broken eras don't get out much.
I hate to say it, but I think you have to restart it because I noticed...
Oh, we do. Just not enough, Celestia responded. Pinkie Pie's singing gets awfully repetitive after a while, though. Not that it isn't nice. And not that DJ Pony doesn't do good at parties, but Noteworthy and Broken Ears aren't, well, they don't get out much.
Any composers who can play the piano?
I believe one is in Ponyville, by the name of Frederick Horseshoepin. Dan glanced at his statuette.
Oh my god!
Oh god, rolling on the teeth.
Oh Dan glanced at a statuette of Chopin on his piano and gave an emotional
Chopin!
laugh. Dan glanced at a statuette of Chopin on his piano and gave an emotionless laugh.
Wow, cute.
Yes, I've gotten that one before. From Pinkie Pie, in fact.
But assuming this is all real, of course, why should I come with you?
So you can have an outlet for your performing. I know what's going on in your head, Dan. Your world has you angry right now. The best way for you to vent this is to go to another world and vent that anger into something you love doing, so you can feel appreciated for a change, at least until you feel better. Dan thought for a moment.
Will I be able to come back? Will I be able to come back?
Yes, of course, Celestia giggled. You will have the power to venture between both these worlds, should you accept my offer. When you leave your world, time will freeze for you. When you come back, it will resume, and you'll reacquire your human form. I know.
Reacquire.
It's like a way.
You'll reacquire your human form. Dan sat down in one of the chairs.
Well, if this is a dream,
He thought.
I might as well go.
It's not a dream, Dan, Celestia said.
What the? Oh, right. The whole inside my head thing.
Dan stood up.
Okay, sure. Take to magical Ponyland, oh princess.
Celestia chuckled. As much as I admire your sarcasm, please keep it to a minimum in Ponyville.
Duly noted. Now, how do I get to... Wait, did you say reacquire my human
Dan disappeared from his music room in a flash of light.
We finally did it!
Shut up, motherfucker!
All round.
No, let's record
that turkey
paper. No, press record, and tell them how.
We're
long
already
it took-
recording!
No. Tell them how.
You want to know
long-
how long we were recording?
I wanna-
It is now 3:16. We started this
At 2.
12. Oh, no,
At 2.
It
Then
took us 2 hours to start, and
Yeah, just
an hour and 16
Hey, we
minutes.
did it. We
and
did it.
100
Hallelujah.
interruptions
Hallelujah.
later. You want
Hallelujah.
We're actually going to have an interruptions counter
Oh, wait, let me see
everywhere
the
we've
first-
interrupted the video and stopped the recording.
Well, wouldn't they already be seeing? So that they'd be watching the video as we do it. So you'd already have the
Shut up!
interruption counter.
Shut up! I can edit well. Okay, so guys, yeah, we just killed my friend Kenton's eardrums, and he's the only non-brony out of all of us, so it's kind of awkward for him. He's a little scared. So this has been Discord,
Battle damage. Vinyl.
Star Scratch.
Johnny.
and you're still too fucking quiet, Star.
And I am
Shut
the
up.
main reason.
Shut
I
up.
am the main reason why it took us so long to do this.
We fucked up,
And then I messed
finally-
everything.
Yeah, and
You
then
know what? Fuck
then we
you.
just got distracted. Okay,
You're
so-
cool.
Fuck you.
World.
Okay, so
I
yeah, pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Pink-
Bye.